Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awesome, amazing Legacy of the Void cast. We are in the real Legacy of the Void beta times. This is not Legacy of the Void custom. This is the really real for real stuff. In the left-hand side of the map, slightly towards the top, we have our Zerg player, Neuro.
And his opponent spawning up in the top right-hand corner of the map. We got the blue Protoss player. Supposedly, as to my understanding, it is going to be none other than Parting.
That's right, the real Parting. I've been told by Neuro that this was actually really for real Parting, and I have many trusts in the Neuro Zerg to be telling the truths that are all known to all. For those of you who are unaware, the way that Legacy of the Void works is you actually have two IDs. You have your in-game ID and you have your battle tag ID, and both of them are shown. One of them is shown on the loading screen, and one of them is shown in-game. So even if you have a barcode, you pretty much can't hide who you are.
Yeah, and not only that, but because the Legacy of the Void beta has been out for such a short period of time, a lot of the people who do have it are also streaming. So actually what I've noticed is a lot of the times if you kind of hit someone, you're like, is this Parting? Does this seems like Parting? Is it Parting? You can actually usually just go up on Twitch after the game and be like, oh yeah, it was Parting. That's the game I was just in. And there's me GGing out because I lost versus Parting.
Yeah, man, I love getting matched up against someone insanely good and just being like, well, God, I'm going to lose this game, but I'm going to have a lot of fun. Because I'll never get to play this person again.
That happened to me yesterday. I played versus Hart. I got him down to 8. And this is like, I'm going to brag about this for the rest of my life. I got him down to 8 SCVs, but he still came back and killed me. I was at 20. I almost had 30 probes versus 8 SCVs, and he still killed me.
Well, you know, that's what happens, man. That's why the pros are the pros and the scrubs are the scrubs. And that's it. But yeah, so a little bit of different things going on here. You start with 12 workers, as most of you already know, but if you don't, you start with 12 workers. Heart of the Swarm, you start with only 6. But you see a lot of these similar things coming up where you have, you have still hatch first, pool first. It all kind of ends up, being the same thing. There are a couple aggressive options for Zerg in ZVP right now. The main one being the Ravager Rush that was popular for, I think, 2 or so days, and you'll see that Parting here is going for the Stargate. Almost all Protoss right now are going for Stargate because primarily of the Ravager Rush. The Stargate just completely shuts the Ravager Rush down as long as you control it properly.
Yeah, interestingly, Parting did actually get a scout into the main base, and he saw that there was not the double gas geyser, which I think is one really key critical component of the Ravager Rush. So he's going to feel comfortable with that, but I don't know how he's going to feel after seeing that there's no third just yet.
Yeah, thirds can come down a little bit sooner. It's kind of weird because we're still in this very experimental phase where you can't read too much into your scouting because who knows, maybe 2 base Zerg at 3 minutes and 22 seconds is actually where it's at. It's very tricky. And, Neuro going for a lot of queens in the beginning. He's been kind of favoring this heavy queen option so that way he can delay his gas and still stay pretty safe overall. In the meantime, Parting going for, an expand build. Just pretty simple stuff, getting the Stargate up. And we have an Oracle now moving across the map, trying to get the damages done. No scout from Neuro yet, so he does not yet know this is coming. But like I said before, right now it's very popular to go Stargate, so we should have a general idea that a Stargate is probably going to come out of it. And here we have the Oracle coming in. We have a couple of kills, but the Queens are in place to deal with this. He should be able to get out with...
5 kills.
Ooh, wow, 6 kills.
It's very low in health, though. The other
my
Queens
God.
are on creep. But,
wow,
man,
7.
patches.
That's... and that's a Parting Oracle. That's an Oracle in the hands of Parting. 6 kills, gets out alive, and now he can hang out in this beautiful, beautiful lava pit nook. Where he is completely safe from any damages from the Neuro Zerg.
I think it's important to note, though, that even though it's really hard to get a feel for, how many bases should a Zerg player have at a certain period of time, it is important to note that we do still see Neuro not having taken this third. And right now, this is usually the point where a Zerg player has to decide, do I make units or do I make drones? As you can see, he's stuck at 42 workers. He's not droning up that heavily right now. He's going for a Nidus Worm.
Yes,
so he wants
is.
to be a bit aggressive.
Absolutely. And, you know, I was almost going to cut you off. This is where you either get a third base or you build a Nidus worm because you're Neuro. Neuro has been building Nidus worms in Grandmaster Heart of the Swarm for a long time, and it got a big buff. So now he just gets to do what he did before, but now it's better. And the way that it's better is it's immortal, non-targetable, impossible to deal damage to or select while it's going up. And we're going to see that it'll be coming up pretty soon. And the main effect that that has is placing down the Nidus is more about catching your opponent's army out of position rather than it is trying to find a place where they don't know it's coming. Because if their army is far enough away, you'll still be able to get that Nidus worm up. And we are sort of looking.
Yeah.
We got some vision. There's the Nidus worm coming up right underneath the Void Ray. Okay, so he knows this is coming.
Well,
he should be able to finish this off.
Does it matter? I mean, the warp in takes such a long time. He's going to be able to get up 2 Zelts, so that is nice. He does react relatively quickly, and he's going to be able to...
Oh my god, the transfuses. Oh my god, and he's keeping it alive. He has so much queen energy. Holy crap, and the transfuse, it's just not dying. He's still coming out more. Oh my god. Oh my god, and he just drops another one. Just drops another one right away. It's coming down the bottom base. In the meantime, he has all of these forces in here, and all of those sentries, or not all of those sentries, many of those sentries died. Oh my god, everything is becoming to dead.
And actually get hit by the Ravager shots also while they're getting warped in. They take double damage from that, by the way, in Legacy of the Void. And look at this, the probes are getting decimated. I think Neuro's got.
Oh my god, that photon overcharge does absolutely nothing, and he completely kills him.
God.
One swift blow knocks him right out. That was some beautiful stuff. Those transfuses, though, wow.
That was pretty clutch, and it's one of those things that I'm starting to like see a lot more Nidus worms come into play, and Protoss players that go for this kind of like expanding really quickly style. I mean, it spreads them out so far. Imagine if, say, your stalkers and everything, you're only on 2 bases, you don't have those units moving out to the 3rd, or you don't have like a bunch of photon cans going down at your 3rd. You have maybe some extra, resources to get up some more gateways. Maybe you have the opportunity, or you have the DPS to kill off that Nidus worm before all the Ravagers and stuff start to get out. That really might change the way that the game ends up going, but I think it's just something that everyone's still discovering right now.
Yeah, just to recap, we just saw a 2-base Zerg all-in against a 3-base Protoss. Like, the tables have turned.
I don't know
that was
what to make of it,
beautiful.
Jack.
Oh, man.
It's quite beautiful.